and AJ and Saffron join us now. Welcome. It's lovely to see you both. You're doing so well. Last week, a seventh across the board with the Paso. I mean, that must have just felt so good, didn't it?
Honestly.
Be honest, guys. Be honest.
Yeah, it was amazing. To get our highest score, you put the hard work in and it was just rewarded on the night. You did unbelievable.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for us is just improving every single week.
Yeah.
So to get our highest mark yet was the most rewarding feeling.
How much of a super fan are you of the show?
Such a super fan. I've watched it every single year with my entire family. And that's why I love it so much, because anyone, any age can watch this show and just love it. So, yeah.
The thing is that with you, I mean, you're a massive YouTube star, and it's very clever from the show
Yes,
to bring in a whole new audience, people who maybe wouldn't have watched Strictly. So you brought your fans in. What have they thought?
I've had such an amazing response. It's actually, yeah, it's really nice because obviously I watch the show every year. So for my followers to now go and watch the show is so nice because I know that I love it. A few of them did watch the show, but obviously a big majority of them didn't. So yeah, for them to see the show for the first time and to experience it and to love it as much as I do.
And to vote for you is always really important. Yeah, seriously.
But also it's great because I'm vlogging the behind the scenes and stuff, so they're still getting the content that I would normally upload, but about Strictly.
They're just so supportive, honestly. When you're doing a routine and you're doing 12-hour days, sometimes you just get exhausted. And we do, like, Instagram lives just to really bring the audience in. It keeps us going, and they just love that interaction that Saffron can do through her different social medias.
And so this week, you're doing a contemporary dance.
Yeah.
And this is your favourite style of dance to watch. So it's going to be important to you to get this right. But there's another reason why this is special, and that's because of the song.
Yes, so the song is actually my nan's favourite song, and she's going to be watching right now. Yeah, it's her favourite song. It means so much to her. She loves the lyrics in the song. It's like a milestone for our family, really. It was played at my mum's wedding song. It was played at my grandparents' anniversary party. So yeah, she's already crying every single week.
Even when you mention the song, she just gets so emotional. And
Well, it's because you love me, Celine
Dion,
Dion, so we can let that bubble away in the background. And as far as you were concerned, I mean, you actually went to meet Nan, didn't you?
Literally, yeah. No, we went yesterday. We did the VT together with Ivy, and it was so much more. For me now, the routine's got the story. We added it into it, but now it really has to do it justice on the night. Your mum, your grandma. It just adds the story. So when I dance it and when we create the story, it really has that concept and should translate through the
She's
TV.
a big fan of the show, isn't she?
Very much so.
A massive fan of the show,
And she's also a fan of this show.
A fan of this show, yeah.
So much so that she sent you a little message.
Oh.
Here she is. Here's Ivy.
Hi, Saffron and AJ, Holly and Phil. I just want to wish you both all the luck in the world for Saturday, darlings. I'm just so excited. I could just cry thinking about it. I'm so proud of you, Saf. And I wish I could have made it today. I'm so sorry. I would have loved it. Anyway, all the luck in the world, my darlings. And see you Saturday.
Ivy, you're always welcome.
come
If you
and
ever want
see
to come and see us, you're more than welcome.
How nice is that?
That is honestly the sweetest thing. Like, we are just both so excited
honestly.
to dance for my nan.
And on Saturday, she is going to be there, so it's going to be emotional for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
You are suffering for this a little bit. You're covered in bruises. He slapped you around the face.
He did slap me around the face, yes.
What happened there?
All up in war. You know what? You just not on purpose, obviously. No, we're just getting into that Paso Doble, and it went a bit too much on the thing. But don't worry, then she stamped on my toe just because I arrived 23 minutes late. You know what she does it on
definitely
purpose
made up for
sometimes.
it.
Yeah.
Payback.
It was worth it for the dance on the night, but this week is more just bruised knees, backs. You do a lot of back bends. You're kind of a bit sore.
Oh, yeah. So sore.
Well, you're using muscles I guess you don't use in normal
Yeah, it's
daylight.
exactly that. Like, I felt like I was quite fit before this, but I've never experienced anything like this. Like, honestly, even if you're really fit, dancing's just a different sort of fitness.
It's that mental and physical. Sometimes physically you feel like you can keep going, but mentally you're just exhausted. You can't physically take in any more. Really, you say do it again, and your body's like, yeah, I'll try to do it again, but your brain's just like, I just can't even get the steps. That's what yesterday was, wasn't it?
And we just go delirious. That's the problem.
We lose the plot. We have a great time. It's sometimes a bit... They try and get words out of us, and we try and talk on camera. It's like, nah, We're done. We need to get some food and some fresh air now.
And this is actually the lead up, obviously, to your tour.
Yes.
Because you've got another tour coming up with Curtis.
No, I'm excited to do my tour. My first one with my brother, AJ Live 2020, plus Curtis now. It's great to work with your family. For me, that is what I've always wanted to do. And now that he's got that platform, I'm definitely going to use that platform within my tour.
What are you going to do?
Dancing, talking. It's a full-on entertainment show. Screens, pyros, extra dancers, live singers. It's everything that I could throw on the tour, I literally have done.
And you're working with your brother as well. And this is RuPaul's Drag Race UK, isn't it? And I think this is all on BBC iPlayer from tonight.
We were lucky enough to actually choreograph and do the whole final for RuPaul.
Amazing.
We did this before he did Love Island, so now it's unbelievable. I'm so excited to see the finalists. I'm not going to say who they are, but the 3 finalists that make it, wow, they deserve it.
Can you do the death drop?
I tried it. It was more death for me than a drop, but it was just painful.
Just explain the death drop?
The death drop, you go on one leg and you literally do drop to the floor, and you drop. You're supposed to not hurt yourself, but I only just hurt
This is the
myself.
drag queen move, isn't it?
This is
They all have this in their
drag
arsenal.
queen. Yeah, that's what they go for. Sometimes only one of the queens could do it in the final, so we saved it just for her.
Oh, I really
don't say who it is, but.
This isn't something you're thinking of putting into any sort of choreography coming up.
Saffron, don't worry, you won't.
Oh. There you go.
That's what
Always
next
like a
week's going to
challenge.
That's what, yeah.
You know I watch Strictly all the time. If I'm watching one week,
The
and you do
results
the
show.
death drop,
If we get through,
It might happen.
if we get through, are you going to do a death drop? If we're not on the stairs,
If we do
that's
it
the thing.
together.
Together, OK, we'll
Okay.
try it.
Now you've got more moves to learn. Good luck.
And as we'll just finish up with, because you're talking about Curtis a lot there, that you were on this show, you've talked about the attack in the nightclub, that horrible attack in the nightclub, and then we've just found out that the charges aren't going to be pursued, that the case has been dropped. How do you feel about that?
A bit sad, unfortunately, but due to not having enough evidence and going forward in court, it just it wasn't going to progress the way we wanted, and yeah, the police let us know that it has now been
Frustrating
dropped.
for you.
Yeah, that
Frustrating.
is very...
The main thing is we're physically and mentally back to full form, and that is the most important thing as a family, that we're all so close.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. Well, it's lovely to see you both.
Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
it.
Strictly Come
Hope
Dancing,
enjoys
Saturday
it.
at 7 on BBC One. AJ Live 2020 tour with Curtis kicks off on the 6th of March in Aberdeen. And thank you.
Thank you, honestly.
Thank you.
Right.